Welcome back everyone, thank you very much for joining me for our latest Lords Mobile video, and on this one we have got some KVK content from the most recent 4-way KVK, and I actually did some garrison trapping with the help of the Gryphon trap. So I did my usual bait where I showed some troops and a full bank of resource. As you can see here, I used a false info and I made it look like 20 million troops. It was actually 2 million troopies, and these guys came over nevertheless. And what I'm actually going to try is a garrison trap with the mini lead to get some extra points. And this is something that I'm experimenting with as well as the T1 solos, just to get a pretty high up KVK score. So please do like, please do subscribe, sit back, and I really do hope that you enjoy the action. And something that really attracted me to experimenting with garrison trapping is of course the 100% army size boosts that are available now, and they're not actually that hard to get as well. So it's awesome seeing a 500k march of T5 coming towards me, but what is also awesome is that we are going to be sending a 500k garrison. We're also going to be sending pure T5 as well, just for the sake of we are going to be taking a lot of marches. So it's going to be a little bit heavy on the Lunite, but there you go, it's going to be a 929 garrison, and it's heading towards its destination, defending the Gryphon. And it's also a nice way to defend the Gryphon of getting too many kills. If I use the Gryphon trap every KVK, I would probably be on a couple of 100 million kills by now. So it's a good thing to do, and it's also some interesting content for you guys. So let's have a look how we take it. I haven't really taken any 500k marches of pure T5, just getting the random relocator lined up. And of course, with garrison trapping, I don't need to hit the Gryphon and pull the troops home, but on this occasion I have actually decided to, just in case I catch anything behind the garrison. So Chrome is coming in now. I've got 15 marches coming towards me, and we know a few of them are going to be pure T5 from this man Chrome. So pretty shortly we're going to be pulling the trigger, and hopefully the garrison from the mini lead will defend, I think, pretty much all of it. It's a lot of marches. Those pure 500k marches of T5 are obviously going to be a little bit of a challenge, but we will see how it goes. So please do like, please do subscribe, and I really do enjoy bringing you a slightly different variety of content, and I think this is a really good way to get some extra points on KVK at the cost of some resource. So let's go, hit the homeward bind. You see those arrows shooting home. Now we hit the random reload, which of course will pull in that garrison. And on this occasion I am actually going to port back in, and I'm going to try and catch that march. We've got one march coming towards me. Random relocate away, too quick, error, and boom, we still get it. I think that was a 300k march of T4 as well. It's a real treat. So that is a success. Obviously a few marches came home, but I kind of expected that. That was a lot of marches for the mini lead. So let's jump over to the mini lead and let's have a look at those reports. Actually, let's have a look at the perspective from the mini lead, I believe. So it will be interesting. There you go. We've got many successful garrisons. We are looking good. We are looking good indeed. So this was a few hours into KVK, and it's safe to say that that worked really well. So just a quick flashback. This is of course the point of view from the mini lead. We see those arrows coming home. You see the slow arrow from the mini lead coming over. They've got no idea. Port away, and there we go. We have the garrison walking back. So I'm not capped, which is always good. And yeah, the good thing about garrisons obviously is when it loses, it will actually walk home. But in this scenario, I don't actually think I lost. I wasn't far away from it, but I didn't lose. So that's going to be some good points for the mini lead, and I'm really excited to have a look at these reports. So the first one, we have a 375k T4 march. It's only siege from Tito. The second one, we have a 250k T4 march, and that is infantry. The third one, we have a 375k again from Tito, siege again, actually doing a surprising amount of damage to that range. Then we've got another 250 infantry march, which did less damage than the siege, it looked like. We've then got another 300k T4 march. As you can see, my range front line is almost done now. Wow, we have the first 500k pure T5 march, giving me 21k wounded. And look at that, 200k T5 reds on a garrison. And that is some juicy EDM and kills for the mini lead, and of course some juicy points. So moving on, another 375k march from Tito. That one was actually infantry. Now we have another 300k march. You can see I've lost all of my range at this point, but with Inf and Cav I'm actually still defending relatively well. So 300k Cav on that one with no more range to defend, but still, these marches are obviously leaderless, just being sent with random heroes with no familiars. Now we have the first walk back from Chrome, the second march of 500k pure T5, and he takes a further 200k T5 revs, pretty much 195k and 155k wounded. Even to heal those bad boys up is bad enough, so this guy was in a world of pain. And you have to remember, this was only a few hours into KVK, so not a great start from this guild, not at all, but I have to thank them for the points. And yeah, big respect for coming over, falling for the Gryphon trap, but actually getting Garrison trapped by the mini lead itself. So what an occasion, what an honour. And as you can see, this is a lot of marches we're still going through. So we got another 500k march from Chrome now. You can see that one actually gave me 113k wounded, but it still gave him another 200k T5 deads. That is sensational scenes. And I think that was actually the last march. So I think it was around 15 marches. It was three marches from our boy Chrome, I believe. And yeah, absolutely incredible stuff. Some really good points. So I think I had about 120 million points by this point before that garrison pool, and it took me up to 231 mil. So I'm pretty sure that was around 100 million points, maybe a little bit more, maybe a little bit less. But there is the wounded. Of course, it did cost 10.6 million Lunite, but wow, that was some fun. And yeah, big shout out to Chrome for those 500k pure T5 marches, just pushing the guild over 1 bill, so it was a real treat as well. And yeah, we'll see if I've got any more content I can dig out. Maybe some more lemons fell for the same thing, you'll have to find out. So please do stick around. Like I said, make sure you are liked and subscribed. There's so many of you that aren't, and we got some good things coming in the future, baby. Of course, the Gryphon trapping, the mini lead stuff, and future giveaways. And yeah, so please do stick around and love it, baby. Love, love, love. Share the love, baby. Just like we do with this OMG guild. I can't say I've ever heard of them before, but anyway, moving on. We have a target that I'm going to be soloing with the amazing Mandy and Ego. We're going to be using, well, I'm going to be using T3 and T1. They are going to be using T4 and T2 because they are crazy. And what we are doing is sending leaderless solos. So this guy is in a cavalry formation, and actually I have decided to send a range solo because the drops on this guy are massive. We are dropping him a couple of mil with every leaderless hit. I decide to send my leader. He was about 1,085 mil, and I dropped him about 30 million might with that solo and my Helldrider pop. So I realised it was a bad idea. He's definitely nowhere near burnable yet. But of course, in cavalry formation and out of gear, even though he's 1.1 bill with an anti, this guy is in trouble. So we've got a few people from the guild ready to chuck out some solos as well. But for now, we are going to grind away at that cavalry front line. So when we first found this guy, he was 1.1 billion might. And as you can see now, he is just about to drop under a bill, probably very soon. And I'm still coming in with the range leaderless solos. So I'm actually sending 300k T3 range and 200k T1 range. And what that means is that all I lose every time is my T1, and I just have to heal up. Oh, I lost a bit of T3 there. All I should lose every time is T1. So you're supposed to heal up so you don't lose your T3. And yeah, you're able to have quite a lot of fun going around finding people that are either in cav formation or infantry formation. It's quite hard to do this when they're in range formation, but it's not impossible. So I'm chucking out an infantry solo I believe now, thinking that that is the right thing to do. And I believe it is now, because I think what we're doing now is actually going through the range. And I don't have any infantry T1. It's very difficult to solo the range leaderless, so I've decided to go in with my leader, try and speed up the process. I've flicked forward a little bit here now, and I'm still doing range on range solos, but he's down to 877 mil, and I think he is almost out of range. So it's about time that we come in with the inf almost, with the cavalry solos. Because I think, hopefully, he almost only has infantry left. So it's really fun doing these targets, sat on call with some friends, just finding people to solo down. And obviously, with their guild not there to wake them up, no reinforcements, they're not getting phone calls, it's not like they're being rallied and notified. They probably just think they're being spammed with one troop, but when this guy comes online, he will obviously see he was not being spammed with one troop, he was in fact being soloed down. So an awesome job, and a big shout out to Mandy and Ego for coming over for this KVK, and of course the wonderful KD for housing us. And I think we are almost getting there now. He's down to 859 mil. It's surely almost time for the cavalry solo. And it really is a daunting thing to know that you can get soloed down like this. You're not necessarily invincible if you're in gear. I do have some content from this KVK where we've done this to people that are in war gear as well, and that will be included in the next video probably, as well as a load of rallies and solos. So yeah, lots to come from this KVK, and it's really interesting doing these leaderless solos and seeing just how effective it is. You'd be surprised how often people don't actually come online. Obviously a lot of them do eventually come online, but this guy, he seems dead to the world, bless him. He's obviously had a good evening, he's chilling out, he's taking a break on KVK, he's a shiny red castle, so we're getting double points, which is obviously massive for a target like this. And yeah, I would like to think we're really getting there now. I'm still going range on range, grinding him down. And I have to say, this guy has moved up a solid 40 million kills, but he did start at 1.1 billion mites. So just a few more range leaderless solos. Don't forget, I am, of course, going range on range. I think Ego and Mandy are sending inf. So we are just grinding down that range, just slowly getting towards that infantry backline. And I really do think, and I promise you when I say it now, I mean it, I really do think we are almost there now. So in these next ones, I promise you I will speed it up a bit, but I just wanted to slow this one down, talk about it a little bit. But towards the end, I realised that this is a bit long, and if you've made it this far, you are a legend, a true hero to ChaCha. So thank you for being here. Definitely don't put the Steam bot in your cav leaderless. Actually, wait, no, do put the Steam bot in your cav leaderless, I think. Is that? Yeah, I think do. I'm not sure. But anyway, sending in the cav solo and getting a 5.7 million report. And of course, he's only got infantry left now. So finally, it's time for the cav solo. So in we go. Let's see, switching into the cav gear, looking cute, looking damn cute. And boom, baby, we get a 2.3 million red count. Now we've got Mandy coming in, and I'm going to be greedy and come in again, speed in for another hit, because I'm greedy and I like double points, and we also work super hard for that. So 1.3 million reds on the next hit, and our boy Van 2Ek is zeroed. And a big shout out to everyone involved in that zero. And thank you very much for being here. So just quickly, this guy, this is where I took the screenshot, but he was actually 1.1 bill. and he ends at 668. There it is, a little bit late, but that's what he ends at. Please do hit the like button, please do subscribe, and I'll see you very soon for more KVK stuff. Thank you guys, me love you absolutely long time. Goodbye now.